Are you guys for or against the death penalty, and why?
For it. Totally for
I'm
it.
against it.
For it.
For it. I'm for it only for certain things. Like, I think if you touch a child, cut your fucking head off.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if you
Immediate.
I think that if you premeditatedly take somebody's life, yeah, you probably deserve the death penalty. But I think that it'll get abused if they do bring it back to all the states. Not all of them will bring them back.
I disagree with death penalty because it has been proven in the past that people have been prosecuted and people have been sentenced to death, and it has come back later on after they've already been killed that they were innocent. People have been sitting on death row to this day that prior to now that they were sitting on death row and were released. So how do we determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that these people are innocent? And we sit up here and we're talking about how crooked the cops are. The cops are so crooked, but let's give them permission to kill them. Come on now.
Well, I wanted to piggyback on that. I think for the death penalty, you should have a higher burden of proof. So basically, the motherfucker did it. You know the motherfucker did the shit. Can we curse? Can we curse? Like, we curse, right? You basically know the motherfucker did the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know that the person did the shit. I don't talk about this too much, but I had a god cousin, and when the crack trade first hit Chicago, and he was like kind of like a good kid, better kid than me, and somebody did some dirty shit to him, and he went on the block and just shot up the block. It's like 20-some people out there. He just, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't kill anyone, but like it was like tons of witnesses. So he didn't get the death penalty. He got like 25 years, and he got terminal cancer. They let him out because he was gonna die, basically. You know what I'm saying? So,
Dwayne, you just said the key thing right there. Like, he didn't kill anybody. Like, he did some horrible shit. I agree with that. But I think with the death penalty, if you're gonna give somebody the death penalty, there's got to be some serious shit.
No. I'm not using the actual that he didn't kill anyone. I'm saying it's tons of he did the shit. It's like no way.
Yeah, everybody saw it. They knew it. There was no question.
Right. So if you kill someone, like say he killed 2 or 3 people, then you gave him the death penalty. I mean, it's my cousin. I still would feel like he shouldn't get it. But I'm saying, come on now. This is like an open and shut case here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like you have the burden of the criteria and a burden of proof should be higher for the death penalty. It can't be like, we kind of think he did it. We kind of the jury
did it. He might not have did it.
Yeah, the jury kind of.
No,
the jury wanted to have a guilty verdict and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you go kill this motherfucker, and you find out, whatever.
Yeah, I disagree with the death penalty only from the sense of, I think it's the easy way out. I think that even if somebody killed or murdered 10, 20 people, I think that spending their entire life is a more accurate punishment than just putting them on to death, in my opinion.
An average prisoner costs $50,000 a year per.
Thank you.
$50,000 a year.
It's cheaper to kill them.
So if they did it, and you know they did it, and it was a fucking heinous crime, do you think we should pay for them to live for the next 30, 40 years? If we know for sure, without a doubt, they did it.
So I'm going to use a phrase that I heard from a comedian. If you kill us, we will kill you back. We is not going to pay for all 3 meals a day. He is not going to pay for that little thing you got in your fucking prison.
Okay, so one of my issues is what was his name? Tukey Williams. It's Tukey. At some point, can you redeem yourself? Is prison actually to reform somebody? So and if you save lives, like you become a transformational figure, should that kind of go against you getting the death penalty? Because most of I know with Tukey, I didn't want them to kill Tukey. I didn't want them to give him the death penalty. I didn't want them to do that.
I think sometimes we let personal opinion cloud the fact that man took a life. And, and speaking
took a life.
Even in the streets, if he took a life, it's a life taken right back sometimes. If it's clear and present, if there's no undeniable, he did it, the man
without a doubt.
Yeah. Master,
But once
what is the
again, you guys, like, so there's been a lot of times where they've so-called proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, and it was still wrong.
And Lucretia, that's part of the argument here, because you're right. There's people that spent 10, 12, 15 years in prison, and then they were proven innocent. We have seen that over
the DNA
over and over.
was switched around. You know what I'm saying? Like we know things like this happen. We know things like this get covered up. So how do you prove beyond a shadow of a doubt?
And that's the hard part about it.
People go to prison every day that don't commit crime, that didn't commit the crime, and it's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, look, let me tell you something.
I'm saying the evidence.
Look,
I'm not saying look. I'm just saying the evidence showed it. I'm not saying that it was.
Right. There's a lot of people that have gotten released that were proven, hey, wait, this dude did not commit this crime.
Okay, wait. Okay,
so they fucking got arrested and went to prison for murder, and then 10, 12.
Okay. This is, I told you, my mom was a cook and chef, so she had this little thing. She said, everybody accused of a crime, even they're innocent, is they either go to jail on a reputation or they was in the wrong place, the wrong time. And I always forget what the third one was. I'll probably remember it later. But it's like, it's nobody you just not going to take some perfectly innocent person and you're going to give them the death penalty. They done some shit. They did something. So
exactly. I just lost a cousin of mine that's actually really close to me to a homicide. And the really fucked up thing about it is that he was killed by his next door fucking neighbor over a parking dispute. That's what that's what the cops said the whole dispute was. But we know better because they didn't like each other ever since they became neighbors. My cousin even fought him and whooped his ass once. I think that dude was just looking for a reason to start some shit that day, and he did. My cousin said something to him. I don't know what he said, but the story is that dude ended up going into his house, grabbing a gun, walking outside and started shooting at my cousin and a couple of the really sad part about the whole thing to me is that my little cousin just took his kid's mom to court and won and got 50-50 custody of his kids. The dude, you know what I mean, had a beautiful family and was doing everything right, you know what I mean, and then this shit happened. Shit like that, I think deserves a death penalty. If you take somebody like that away from their family, fuck yeah, you kill that person.
Yeah, if you are responsible for the molestation of a child, like there should definitely be a whole week or month where you're experiencing the pure, unadulterated fear of the fact that you know that there's a point where you have to die. I think that's perfect. Like you should experience that extreme emotional stress and be in horror of knowing that there is a set date, and on this date they're going to inject me with something, and I'm no longer going to exist. I think that's a perfect way to. I think that's a perfect way to treat people who do stuff like that.
I think that what you're saying is pretty decent. But to be honest, like I know there's a few situations, and a lot of us we've all experienced male, female, whatever, right? But I feel like when it comes to the death penalty for child molestation, there's been so many different situations where families are tucking these people away, not addressing it, whatever, so on and so forth. And there's even situations where people are lying. That happens too. But again, if we threw the whole government in cash, so to speak, right? And we had to go and get all new judges and set up the whole rule books differently, it would be easier to convict these people and come up with a game plan how we can reform, Tookie Williams and the people that we have put out to make bad decisions. But I feel like when you cross that line and you're raping and children, I feel like that's immediate, like law-abiding citizen, like that type of stuff.
So what I was trying to get at is that, yes, so for some sex crimes, yes, by all means, like if it is 100%, like for a fact, that motherfucker touched the kid, by all means do it. But in my friend's situation, like I said, he was like a year or two just outside of the law, but he was in the age range where if the parent agrees to it, then yes, you can have sex with the person. And so the father originally agreed to it because he was like, you're getting older, you need to make your own decisions. If you want to have sex with him, then I fully endorse it. And then he realized that he was a quote-unquote dick. And all of a sudden, now it's like, well, I told them no, blah, blah, blah. He had sex with my daughter, blah, blah, blah. So for minor shit like that, fuck no. But if you're like 50, 60, 30, 7, 8-year-old little child, fuck yeah. Like, there is no way to get around that. Like, you touched a fucking kid.